So, folks, this is just wrapping up this dream I had. Kind of thing. This is part two of what I was just talking about. Um, but it's touching on some other things. I think it often does. So sorry about that. My train of thought was kind of cut off here a little bit, but it's interesting. I just it's like I look back to every single person I've known, or most people, so many people I've known in life. We all have imperfections, right? We all have human flaws. Things we have to kind of just deal with other people, right? We have to figure out what they are, sense what they are. Sometimes sometimes they come pretty quickly, right? Sometimes you sense them pretty quickly. Other times it's later, but sometimes again it can be very jarring when you think that you're better friends with someone, but they act like you're not, like you're more distant. You're not. You're not as. You're not. Um, it's kind of like it's like the idea of somebody building a fire or having a really awesome meal, over the fire, and you're cold and you're hungry and you come up to the fire, and they invite you to sit by the fire and have some food with them, right? But then for dessert, they have something even tastier. But they say, "Oh, well, this is only for my family, right? Or this is only for my very, very dear friends, right?" And you're like, "Okay, right?" You appreciate the fact that you were warmed by their fire and that they fed you. But you're kind of like there's a side to you that wants to be polite. And you go, "Okay, no problem," right? But there's another side to you that goes, "What?" Right? Because you were initially very they invited you to sit down. They fed you, and you thought that they were your friend, but were they? Maybe they were just trying to be your friend so that they would feel better about themselves. So some kind of mock friendship, something that didn't really mean very much, right? A lot of people in their teens deal with this on some level. In my case, I'm sure I did, but I think I was so socially anxious that I didn't maybe deal with this as much as some when I was in my teens. So maybe I'm just, but it's just again, it's just like the type of person that I just, with time you see more and more of what makes people tick, different kinds of people, and you kind of sense what people are more comfortable with regarding sharing more of themselves with other people. You sense more and more what that stuff is, I think, depending on the person. And you find sometimes that, no, I really just don't want to spend a whole lot of time with that person. But you don't always know why. Unfortunately, some of the reasons why we don't spend more time with some people have something to do with they stink to high heaven. Their family is very chaotic. There's like a lot of alcoholism going on. They're just kind of white trash, type folks. Kind of. Depends on the person. But then if you think this way, you feel guilty for thinking that way because, they're. I feel bad for thinking that way. That's such an unkind thing to think. Even though, hey, there's probably something to that. You don't want to become an alcoholic yourself. You don't want to beat your wife. You don't want to, you don't want to do all this stuff, right? Who wants to do that stuff? If you associate with certain kinds of people, sometimes those qualities will rub off on you. It's just a question of what sticks. What is it that sticks about some of the people that sticks to you? So I can look at a lot of, I guess for my case, people sometimes wonder why I spend some time doing certain things. Well, the reason why I do certain things like brainstorming and even composing, but brainstorming especially, and spending a fair bit of time on my own, it has to do with all the crap that you're fed. Sifting through all that, saying, oh, so much of this is crap, and some of this, but some of this stuff is actually pretty cool, but so it's like you get in my life, you get kind of the admiration for academic and musical abilities from professors. You get certain qualities of being cheerful and optimistic and kind, and from some of my friends I had when I was younger, but also at BYU and a few others as well outside of BYU. So you get some of those really positive qualities, and especially my family, Um, but there's other things like for instance, the snobbery that was both at BYU and Central Washington. Any music department will have some snobbery going on. Most anyone. So, did any of that rub off on me? Well, I'll be honest. When I hear a lot of bubblegum pop stuff, I sneer a little bit. Like, this is bubblegum pop. You know, you know, yeah. But it only goes so far. It's hard for me to be all that arrogant. It is not really in my character to be that way. But it's hard to take some music very seriously. And believe me, there's some music that makes bubblegum pop even more tolerable, even in a musical sense, or even in a, oh, okay, it's a very nice chord progression, just kind of works. It has a nice hook to it. Some music doesn't even have that. It's just, anyway. Anyway, I think I've made, kind of talked enough here. I'm going to try to make some other videos that have been requested soon. Um, yeah, I just, I know on some level we all deal with this. It's just a question of what vexes us a bit more. It comes out in our dreams sometimes. Again, you hate to have those surprises. You just don't like surprises. We don't like those kinds of surprises, or even things that are even more difficult to deal with. So, anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Take care.